Hey peeps, we are back. We're talking the Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 7, Episode 17.
Hey, before we get into the video, please do me the honors of subscribing to my channel, hitting the notification bell so you can always be notified when I post new content, hitting the thumbs up because that does wonders for my channel, and share. Thanks.
So the episode starts off with Ashley and Dean is having a complete meltdown. He wants to take his shirt off. He is not here for it. They're on their way into this restaurant. And I said to myself, no ma'am, no ma'am, no ma'am. I could not go back there for anything. No ma'am. The tantrums, the passing out, all of that, I am not here for that. But then when she told Dean about the new house and he smiled, I said, oh shoot, maybe I could go back. I mean, babies are so awesome. Now listen, never in my life would I ever purchase a house with a man I am divorcing, in an LLC or not. And I absolutely would never purchase a house that is $13,000 a month when I don't know if I could afford $13,000 a month. And then the fact that she said that she's not sure if she's paying the mortgage or if he's paying the mortgage or if they're going to half the mortgage. What in Sam hell is wrong with her? She listened to none of the ladies, not even the woman with a degree in law who she went to see. That lawyer told her, don't do it. She does not listen. That mortgage is $156,000 a year. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That is crazy to me. But listen, Ashley's going to do what Ashley wants to do. But it's just like my mom used to say when I was a child. A hard head makes a soft ass. I'm pretty sure a lot of other people's moms said that too. But I'm just saying, honey. Another one my mom used to always say too is a lesson bought is always better than one for free. And that is for sure. She is about to pay for this. So then we see Karen at her house. She's talking to Mia. I guess Mia got sick because of her gluten allergy after eating that fried chicken that they had for ROBYN's bachelorette party. And Karen is trying to convince her to get rid of the dirty bird. Karen, leave people the hell alone. There is nothing wrong with a good piece of chicken. Speaking of a good piece of chicken, did anybody see that article about that cafeteria worker who stole $1.5 million worth of chicken wings from the school district, and they found out? I laughed a little because I thought to myself, ma'am, you may have been able to get away with, one case of chicken wings, but $1.5 million worth of chicken wings. Did you really think that somebody in the school district's accounting department was not going to realize that somebody ordered $1.5 million worth of chicken wings and the school district is not even allowed to serve chicken with bones? I mean, what? I'm just saying, moving on. So Mia tells Karen what happened at the bachelorette party, all the things that Charisse was saying. And Karen says, well, Mia, did you defend me? And Mia, we have known her to be a liar, but I appreciate Mia for being honest. She said, no, maybe I should have. Now listen, you guys know Karen. Karen said that Mia is now on timeout. And I said, Lord, well, shoot, now she's treating Mia like a child, but Mia responded like a child too. She said, well, no, maybe I should have. I mean, I'm just saying, this is ridiculous. I do think that Karen may have stood up for Mia if this was the other way around, but maybe she wouldn't have. We don't know for sure. I think that somebody in the group should have stood up for Karen. At least one person could have said, hey, she is not here. Let's keep the party going. Let's talk about something else. Something. I definitely would have said something like, look, she's not here to defend herself. We really don't need to have this discussion. Later on, we see Karen call Wendy, and she lets Wendy know that some despicable, disgusting things were said about her. And Wendy says, hold on, let me go into Dr. Wendy Osefo. And she lays down some good old Martin Luther King. And I said, well, right now, I can go for that. That was a quote. You worry about your friends who are silent. But then I thought about it. I said, wait a minute, me and Karen aren't really friends. You guys are associates / co-workers. Y'all not friends. Move on from there. Then we go to Robyn's house, and her parents come over for a visit, and it's their first time being there since Robyn has decorated the place. And I can just be honest and say that Robyn's house is really pretty. I love her decor. I think everything there is absolutely beautiful. It's a total difference between her design decor and Gizelle's. In a way, I do have to agree with her mom. I do not like drapes that sit on the floor. Raise up the old drapes. They can come right even, like just above the floor, just right before touching the floor. I can do that. But dragging the ground, no ma'am. Now, when she tells her mom about her and Juan piggybacking off somebody else's wedding, which I thought was real tacky and too damn much, her mom's feelings were hurt a little bit because she wants to be there. She's been there for Robyn and Juan since 1996, and she wants to be a part. And I can't blame her. As a mom, I would be sad if my son went off and got married and I wasn't a part of it. But her mom didn't throw a fit like me. Now, I am one of those moms. I would have had a total fit. And then after I left there, I would have already been online booking airline tickets because we going to Jamaica. We going to surprise her for this wedding. I mean, crossing the line. I know, crossing the line. I'm doing too damn much. It is what it is. Leave me alone, peeps. Now, then we see Mia and Gordon at the doctor's office. And I said, oh, gosh. I knew we was going to end up at the doctor's office at some point because we had to wrap up this this storyline, this health scare that she made up. Anyway, we end up at the dermatologist's office, and come to find out, there's nothing wrong with her. I mean, she's got something. The lady did mention something. And they are going to treat it topically, and she's going to get an x-ray to figure out why she's got that lymph node that's inflamed, or the x-ray is going to tell them what, if it is inflamed or something. I don't know. But the point is, the girl is fine. She's all right. I said, well, that's a positive. That's a positive. Don't do this shit again. Mia, we are on to you. Fake storylines and all. And Gizelle takes her daughters out for ice cream and cookies and candy. And you know what? That's the only thing I like about Gizelle. That is her only redeeming quality. The fact that she has these adorable daughters. That is the only thing that is redeemable about this woman. So she told the girls that she went out on a date with some dude named Steve, and she wanted to try to use it as a scene stealer. You know, she wanted to fill in the scene and talk a little bit about it. Her daughter shaded the hell out of her. They don't give a damn. They don't care about your date with Steve. We don't need to talk about it. We don't need to powwow about it. And as Jackie Christie from the Basketball Wives would say, there is no need for us to ponderosa about this. We don't care. What I thought was so funny was she tells the girls that she's got fibroids, which to me would have been a great storyline for her this season. She hasn't had a storyline in about 7 seasons. So this would have been really good for her to talk about her pain and the difficulties and the medical situation regarding fibroids, considering that fibroids affect so many women in the world, especially women of color. This would have been great. While Mia was over here faking cancer, she could have been telling us the truth about her fibroid journey. I think she probably should have explained this situation to the kids, not on camera, because they absolutely had no clue what a fibroid was. They didn't understand the situation at all. I think it could have been better handled off camera. So that way she could have I would have liked to print something off to explain it, you know, especially to the girls so that they would know, because they need to look out for things like this in the future. But anyway, what I thought was really cute was Angel, her daughter, offered her a hug. And the other twin said, "What, Angel? You're offering hugs? You don't hug." And she said, well, she was in dire need. And they all busted out laughing. Gizelle's daughters are amazing. I just love those girls.
Steve took me out on a little date ski. Any commentary?
No, I'm good.
Unless y'all want to have commentary or questions.
No.
And the things said about me were so disparaging and disgusting
Oh, no.
that I will not repeat it. I was like, so Mia, did you stand up for me? And she said no. I said,
Professor Osefo about to step up. In the words of Dr. Martin Luther King, sometimes it's not the voice of our enemies, but the silence of our friends.
oh, Oh, come on now.
that ring the deepest.
Hi. Hey, sir. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good.
I just feel this is a situation that I stand by the fact that I did absolutely nothing wrong. So I don't need to see her or speak to her ever again.
Mia, you said I wanted your cookie? I thought you were whispering in my ears. Ooh, I just want to eat your box so bad. Mia, you said that!
She wanted the Godiva goddess, baby, okay? All you had to say was, can I touch it? I would have thought about it.
Then we get around to Candace's video release party, and I am so proud of Candace. Candace was at the Grammys last night. 2 years in a row, Candace has been invited to the Grammys. She's been enjoying those Grammy parties. Even yesterday before the Grammys, she was hanging out, having a little lunch with Sutton from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I said, look at Candace. You know what? Candace is out here making big moves. She's doing some things. Now, when they get to the party, you see Ray and Karen walking up the steps, and I made a point of staring at Ray and Karen walking up those steps after Mia's crazy comment that she made last week about Ray. And I wanted them to show us Gordon walking up them steps, but they didn't. So Ashley has to run up on Wendy to explain to her that Mia said that the only reason why they had tension is because Wendy wanted to touch the box or whatever. Anyway, Wendy made it very clear that it was Mia who was interested in her goddess box. Okay, I'm just saying, Wendy is crazy. And the fact that she said all she had to do was tell her, she would have thought about it. I laughed so hard. I said, you know what? Wendy is one of those people that can just fit in wherever she is. And I really like that about her. Also, I found out that Happy Eddie, the lawyer, has trademarked Happy Eddie. I said, you know what? Eddie said he is going to be where the money resides. Okay, I like that. He's got the money and the Godiva goddess. Okay. Now, when Candace thanks Chris during her speech, oh my gosh, I cried. I really did. I love, and I thought it was so cute. And I loved how supportive Karen was. And then she leaned her head on Ray's shoulder. I said, how cute is that? And then when Candace made that comment about no matter what miserable people might try to create, that's my man, that's my homie. You can't break us. Next, the editors was on top of that. As soon as she said miserable people, they zoomed right in on Giselle and Ashley. I said, oh gosh, these editors are after my heart. Listen here, Bravo people. Bravo people, give the Real Housewives of Potomac's editors a raise. Okay, they have worked really hard this season. Did anybody else notice that Ascala was there? And when they put up her picture, it said Candace's friend. Now remember when she came on the show, she was Robyn's friend. I'm assuming that her and Robyn must have fallen out or something. I don't know. Maybe they said Candace's friend because she was at Candace's event. I have no idea. But I also did notice that Jacqueline wasn't at the event. And Candace and Jacqueline made up in Mexico, so I wonder if Jacqueline just didn't come because Mia was there.
Don't make me cry.
But I love you.
No matter what miserable people might try to create, that's my man, that's my homie. You can't break us, girl. Next.
I think her music video is so good.
The budget is high.
And I'm really proud of Candace.
Do you like the song?
I don't even remember it. Was it good? I can't remember.
Did she tell you she called you a prostitute? Did you tell her that you called her a prostitute? She asked. She asked.
I don't have to respond.
Since you're talking about Sharice, here she is.
Do you have something to say to me?
I'm not speaking about you.
Oh, now you're not speaking?
I don't even know why you're breathing in my airspace. I don't even know why you're here.
Someone is saying that you were dating his best friend. You guys went to Vegas. You had sex with him in the bathroom.
I'm not going to be defensive about some man I don't know.
I heard this about Karen like last year, so we cannot put this all on Sharice.
By her friend that looks like Sesame Street. She had a Sesame Street twinkle in her eye.
That I would be sorry.
If my tweet upset you, obviously I was upset because someone is telling me that I grabbed another woman's ass. And I'm not gonna just sit here and be like, oh yeah, say whatever the you want. because now I'm angry, and now you got me cussing at you, and I apologize.
But some of your actions were just a little questionable.
Man, that Ashley, no. I'm trying to kill. No, I'm done.
What did I say that was bad?
The charmed life that I have had is one that she has only dreamt of in her ashy dreams.
You can't battle against perpetually damaged, unhappy people.
Now, Giselle is full of big shit, okay? Not little shit. She's full of big shit, okay? She goes up to Karen and says, did Mia tell you she called you a prostitute? First of all, Mia did not say Karen is a prostitute. She said, so is what you're saying is Karen is a prostitute. It's a difference between a statement, Karen is a prostitute, from a question. So what you're saying, Karen is a prostitute, question mark. That is a difference. Now, while you are so busy trying to get Karen and Mia into it, why didn't you tell Karen that while you were there, you were egging the conversation on, you were partaking in it, and you also alluded that Karen must have lost her driver's license due to being drunk, and that Ray has to drive her all over town for about a year. Why didn't you tell her that part? Then she tries to move Sharice into the conversation, and Karen says she didn't have anything to say to Sharice. Now, I don't understand why Sharice acted as if she was shocked or surprised. Ma'am, this is the 17th episode. Every single time Karen sees you, she doesn't have anything to say to you. She has told you that she hasn't even thought about you for 5 years. She does not F with you, period. Why are you shocked? Why is this brand new? Is this thing on? And by this thing, I mean your brain. Are you functioning properly? She does not deal with you. She doesn't want to talk to you. And I appreciate her saying, I don't know why you're even breathing my airspace. I am definitely adding that to my repertoire. Why are you breathing my airspace? I don't deal with you. Back the hell up. And why would she even think that Karen would want to be bothered with her after you just laid out all of this stuff? Then Mia pulls her to the side to ask her if she was having some sort of relationship with the best friend of the owner of Sobe. They tried to block it out, bleep it out, whatever, but it came up on my closed captions on my TV. And I said, Sobe? I've never been to that restaurant. I don't know. But anyway, Mia says that she heard about this a year ago, and it was from somebody who doesn't even know Sharice. So you can't really blame Sharice for this. That is yet another clue, Karen. Mia is not your friend. Mia is not your friend. And that also explains why Candace said the last time she was on Watch What Happens Live, when Andy said, who do you think the fans are going to be surprised got ganged up on the most at the reunion? And I'm paraphrasing. She said Mia, because she lies too much. And she said we spent a lot of time laughing at her and not with her. So that's going to be interesting. I can't wait to see how this reunion goes. So when Karen decides that she wants to leave, she's not going to sit around and debate with these girls. She's not going to respond, and she doesn't have to respond. Now, here's the thing, though. If Karen is out here spreading it low and wide, I'm not going to be mad at Karen. It's not going to stop me from still liking her. You know, it could cause problems with her and Ray, though, because, you know, as a spouse, I wouldn't put up with it. But like I've said before, and like many people have probably thought, maybe they do have some sort of understanding. You know, maybe because of the age difference, maybe because of 100,000 other reasons, they have decided that she can go out and do whatever the hell she wants to do as long as she's discreet about it. What I thought was really interesting is when Karen decided to walk away, ROBYN had a lot to talk about. I said, I know you the last one to talk about her not wanting to talk about the allegations. No, ma'am. You are the last one that should open your mouth. Shut up. Take 50 seats off to the left. To the left. As a matter of fact, head down the steps and out the front. We don't even want you here no more. Now, when they showed the music video, it was beautiful. All the ladies were excited. Everyone gave Candace a compliment except for Giselle. And I said, you know what? You really are a bitter, miserable woman. I mean, dag on it. You couldn't be kind for 5 seconds and just admit the truth that she looked amazing. The video quality was amazing. I mean, dag on it. Are you that jealous? The bitterness is just reeking off of Giselle. Then Giselle was trying to get a conversation with Chris. At one point, when she first walked into the building, she walks up and she says, "Hi, Chris, how are you?" As if he wants to be bothered with you. He doesn't even want to be within 2 feet of you. I am surprised that she was even invited. I assume because it was the last rap party of the season, production probably insisted that Candace invite her, but she would have never been invited, and neither would Ashley. Both Giselle and Ashley wanted to have a conversation with Chris, and I said, why would you do that? This is Candace's moment. This is her video launch party. Everybody is excited. We are here to celebrate her. Why would you want to ruin the night by talking to him and creating a scene? Candace had to remind her that nothing is true, and her Sesame Street character friend was just doing too damn much. And Ashley decided that she was grown, which I wish she acted grown. So she was going to go over and talk to Chris anyway, and she absolutely insulted him by saying that his actions were suspect. I think that's the word she used, so I'm paraphrasing. It may not have been. And then she's going to sit there and act like she's the victim. What did I do? What did I say? You said too damn much all season. You guys sat around and planned this out at the beginning of the season, and you know what? It was a big flop. Charisse being on the show was a flop. Please don't bring her back. Let's pick on Chris and Eddie. Flop. Don't try that shit again. How about opening up your real life to the show like everybody else has said? Then at the end, we find out that Robyn does not get married in Jamaica like she planned. She ends up getting married right there in Maryland. And I will say that her wedding dress was absolutely gorgeous. I think the wedding was beautiful. It was flowers. Everything was gorgeous. It seems like a whole lot for 6 people, but it's her wedding, her money, and it was gorgeous. Now, honey, listen, Robyn goes on Watch What Happens Live. That came on right after the show. And listen, Robyn is full of shit. Okay, full of shit. The whole story is absolutely ridiculous, the story that she told. She says that this woman is from Canada and that she flew into town for some reason. I said some reason. The reason is she flew into town for Juan. The story evolved. First, she said the girl was talking to Juan, but the girl was really dating some guy who was on the Baltimore Ravens. Then she said that the girl lost her wallet and she called Juan, and Juan, being the nice guy he is, he put the hotel room in his name. I said, And then she sat up there and acted like this was a real story and that, you know, she was buying it. Ebony K. Williams was sitting next to her, and you could just tell by the look on Ebony's face that she also believed that was a whole bunch of BS. No, ma'am. Lies. Okay. That woman was there to see him, in my opinion, and he was at that hotel to do some stuff, in my opinion. If she's really dating a Baltimore Raven, when she realized that she lost her wallet, why wasn't the Raven paying for the hotel? This just seems like a whole bunch of BS. She is an absolute liar. Andy asked her what was the problem between her and Wendy. Why does she not like Wendy? And she says that she doesn't like Wendy because of the way Wendy spoke down to her season 6. I said, excuse me, ma'am? Excuse me, ma'am? Excuse me, ma'am. Do you not recall the way you spoke down to her season 6? Do you not recall that you were trying to act as if her husband was a cheater and had a baby on the way? Do you not recall that you talked about the way she dressed and her makeover? You don't remember none of that. And do you also not remember that she has apologized for this? Hell no. Go on some damn where, Robyn. We are sick of you, delusional woman. And the way they ended the episode, it was as if that was your wrap up. Okay, they wrapped up your entire time on the show. You need to say goodbye. We don't want you or need you. And I also did not miss that production put up there that Mia is healthy, unlike her finances. I said, oh my God, editors, what are y'all doing? All facts. I can't wait for them to talk about that at the reunion. Robyn also said that she doesn't demand transparency from the ladies. And I said, well, that's a damn lie. You wanted Wendy to tell you all about Eddie and those fake rumors. You want Karen to fess up to this Blue Eyes situation. You were insistent that Karen tell you why she doesn't like Charisse. And then you were all up in Mia's face about her alleged cancer. So you don't want transparency, right? That's a damn lie. Andy even asked her, he said, Robyn, it really does seem like to me you use Karen's accusations about Juan as a justification to drag her when you knew that you already had skeletons in your own closet. And that is the truth. And she had zero comeback. Zero comeback. Robyn, you need to go. And then we find out that she removed the infidelity clause from the prenuptial agreement. Girl, you are just about as dumb as Ashley. Are you serious? This man clearly has a cheating problem and you removed the infidelity clause. Not smart. And then he said, well, if you and Giselle knew about Juan's cheating, why didn't Giselle bring up the fact that Juan was cheating? Giselle brings up everybody else's business. And Robyn says, why would she have to bring that up while we were filming? We already talked about it. And Andy doubled down and he said, well, she has no problem bringing up everybody else's mess on the show. She brings up Karen's, Wendy's, Candace. There is a double standard. And he even said that. Don't you think there's a double standard? Silence. Then she says, well, we didn't really need to bring up Juan's infidelity because that was the past. Okay, everything that you guys are saying about Karen is the past. So what? What does that mean? Still hypocrites. So we saw the preview for the reunion show and they were trying to say that Giselle is dating somebody from Winter House, and it turns out it's this guy named Jason Cameron, and he's 36 and she's 52, and that is a big age difference. But if it is a real relationship, I am happy, because maybe if Giselle gets a real boyfriend, she will stop being so damn miserable. I am over her. Get down in the comments, you guys, and let me know what you think. And until next time, bye.